Mm-mm-mm-mm. Alrighty. Hey, Gemini. So get ready for your February forecast for 2025. Let's see what's coming for your career, your love, and just the overall vibe this month. Go ahead and grab your favorite drink if you haven't already. Today I have kombucha. And drop in the comments what you're sipping on. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a forecast. All right, let's go ahead and dive right in. So, starting off, we're going to go ahead and pull one card for the overall energy for the month of February for you guys. And then we'll pull three additional piles for three additional situations, just in case if one message doesn't resonate with you, the other two just me. Okay. So this is going to be for Gemini for February 2025. We're going to be clarifying with the Rider Waite, but we're going to be using the Cosmic Synthesis Tarot for the overall energy. If I can get this shuffle together. Okay, so Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, February 2025. I don't know what is happening with my clock today. Some of you guys may just have some very scattered type of energy this month, or January could have been that way for you, and you guys are really getting to this position to where you're getting things back together. All right. Overall energy for Geminis. What do Geminis need to know? Thank you. All right. Overall energy for you is the Ace of Swords. And looking at this, I feel like that this is going to be a very communicative month for you. So communication can be very key, whether this is you having conversations or other people having conversations with you. And I also feel like that this is going to be a time for really getting things handled. All right. At the same time, on the flip side, I feel that some of you guys may be dealing with heavy procrastination, and you're just being encouraged to take on more challenges, to look at things from a different perspective, take on a different type of approach, okay? Ace of Swords coming in as well is, I feel like that's something very, very big that you were waiting on is also finally going to come into terms with you guys as well, okay? So Ace of Swords energy, opportunities, communication, solving something that's kind of just, been sitting out there in the ether. I also get there's some memories that could be resurfacing from you guys. Some of you guys could be addressing certain traumas or, past hurt or pains to get to a better place. All right. You know why fairy energy is also coming out here? Who is this? Sorry, I just got a okay, I'll check that later. All right. I also get like this type of fairy type of vibe. I'm not really sure uh, who that's for, but there is some fairy energy, a lot of that energy too. So some of you guys could be very like musically inclined, or you could notice that you're having more clairaudient type of abilities that are coming in. But let's see what the extra energy for you guys is for February. What is it that Gemini needs to know regarding February? I know Seven of Pentacles tried to come out. What is it that Gemini needs to know for the month of February? Some of you guys could be having some apologies come through, or someone's trying to get in contact with you to apologize for something, or to really have a serious conversation about something too. Okay, let's see. And one more. Then let's do two more. All right, one, okay, or three more. We'll take it. So we have the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck, which is your card, Gemini. Also could be influenced by Libra or Aquarius as well. But I really do feel like that some of you guys are going to be taking a stand, especially if there's like some messy situation. I feel like that you're going to really organize that, clear that out, and set yourself up to achieve better understanding, or set yourself up to really be able to take on like challenges by using a different type of perspective. Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles. That's the first card that wants to come out, as well as the Justice card, Libra energy here. So some of you guys, Eight of Pentacles and the Justice, just the basic type of message that comes from this is putting in some type of work. Okay, so something as far as like your job situation. If you've been in between jobs, I feel like that you're definitely going to secure some type of job here. Eight of Pentacles and the Justice could also be court cases. Anything has to do with the law of that nature, that could be significant for February. energy. With the Eight of Pentacles, I feel like that things are getting into work. I also get this energy of restoring some type of balance. Okay, so if you've been kind of shifting on one side of energy of something, or you've just either all in on the left or all in on the right, I feel like there's this sense of balance that's going to be reestablished for you guys as well. Okay, something about like planets being aligned also, so some of you guys may be into like the stargazing type of thing, but I just feel like that there's a lot of things that's going to be in alignment for you, that's going to ultimately put you in this position of being able to fully receive the type of work that you're doing. All right, Eight of Pentacles and a Justice is also showing me that some of you guys may have set an incantation or an intention about something, and I feel that that's going to take effect in February. I don't see that passing the first 2 weeks of February. So if you set an intention to receive something, I feel like within the first 2 weeks of February, you were going to be receiving that, Gemini. Eight of Pentacles is also showing me being in alignment with some type of assignment that feels good to you. Okay, so some of you guys are really going to get some opportunities that align with what it is that you've been praying for, seeking for, things like that. So fear not if you've been feeling like that your prayers have not been answered, if you've been like confused about a situation. I do feel like that things are going to be working out in your favor. There's a lot of support on the other side. So some of you guys could have had some people that transitioned over. Okay, and I feel like that there's some support that's coming in from friends, ancestors from the other side. This is a very supportive month for you. All right. If you have some type of test that's coming up, I do feel like that you're going to be passing that test. So if you feel anxious about that, please focus more on the outcome, because I do see that there may be a test that you may have to take, and some of you guys are feeling very anxious about it, but I do feel like that it's going to end up being in your favor. Okay. Some of you guys could either, I keep hearing like pensions are important. So I feel like that some of you guys are either saving or you're finding ways to do something that's going to help you even when you retire. Okay, so this could be taking on some type of role. Some of you guys could be getting a job in the Justice Department, in the retirement department, HR, things like that. So there's a lot of energy here. There's definitely a lot of energy here. I feel like that some of you guys are like, I heard money trees. Money trees could be significant here. Okay, so we're gonna take these because they fell out. So we have the Three of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Moon card, the Knight of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. So if you have been disappointed about a particular situation, I feel that there's not going to be a lot of room for you to feel disappointment, because something it's like whatever may have taken effect or whatever happened, it's very short lived. Okay, so if you were like go from a situation, if something didn't happen the way that you wanted it to happen, I feel like that there's only a short amount of period, a short amount of time that you have to be on the negative side of things or be on the sadder part of things before things shift. Okay, so know that if something is taken away from you, it is extremely temporary. And I mean like extremely temporary. It is the difference between night and day. It's like if you get fired or let go from a job, you're gonna feel like, oh man, this is so annoying, this is frustrating, this is sad. But then like a day or two later, there's another position that opens up and another offer that you get. That's the type of energy I'm receiving here. So if it feels like something has been lost, or you're just like, man, especially in January, like something has been tough and you've just been putting yourself out there to allow for something new to come in, I do feel like that's coming in for you this month. Okay. Now, the Three of Swords, I also feel like is something is being exposed to you. Okay. So you could be hearing some news that someone was trying to keep as a secret, but you end up getting exposure to it. I also feel like that if someone was like, is preying on your downfall or was preying on your downfall, I do feel that whatever intention they set for you is not even going to reach you. I feel like that even if this has been the case, okay, even if you've literally been feeling the effects of this, I feel that there's a blockage that's coming up where they're no longer able to reach you. I feel like that some of you guys could even possibly be cutting somebody off here, because I just feel that you're focused on doing more for yourself, receiving more for yourself. And because of that, you were called or you were encouraged to block out somebody or block somebody, cut somebody off, okay? But I feel like ultimately this is a sign that you were making the right decisions. Things are working out for you. Now I get like this jail prison type of energy here. I'm not going to ignore this with the moon card. So somebody could be going to jail or going to prison for something that they've done, and it's going to be very swift. So I feel like that this is going to be something definitely against the law that's happening here. So just be very cautious if this is your energy. Like if you know you've had a little bit too much to drink, maybe steer clear from driving. I mean, always steer clear from driving, but definitely make sure that you steer clear from driving because you don't want to be caught up in a situation that you're not expecting, Gemini. Some of you guys could also be taking on a role, so a correctional officer, a police officer, a judge, working in those type of environments could also be significant or something that you're being encouraged to go towards. Some of you guys could be getting some information about someone who is sick, or someone who had an unexpected turn of events. Okay, with the moon card here, I don't feel like that I feel like this is more health related that's coming up. And this could be a father and a mother just because the sun and the moon is here. Knight of Wands is showing me expansion and growth. Some of you guys are going to have an opportunity to take on a certain role that is at a distance from you. This could also be some type of moving situation. So maybe something happens that makes you relocate to a different area, but I feel like there's a lot of thriving energy from that area. I feel like that a lot of you guys are also going to be creating a lot of different things. I keep hearing like something out of nothing. So if something doesn't seem to be going your way, please do not give up. Overall, like I said, you have the Ace of Swords here, but with the Ace of Wands as well, I feel like not only are you getting some type of communication that for some of you guys you really desire, but you're also going to get the means to do it. Okay, so if you're just like, man, I really want to work for this company, but I don't know how I'm going to, just pack up things and leave there, I gotta save money. I feel like that there's something where they, also pay for your relocation. So there's that type of energy too. Spirits had a dual package type of situation. Some things are happening in twos for you. Okay, so when you hear one thing that's a good news, I feel like that you're going to turn around and receive another thing that's good news. All right, but twos are significant. Pairs are significant for you. If you've been dealing with or have had some type of heartbreak here, I feel like that there is, especially if this is relationship or friendship, okay? If you were very close to somebody and they caused you some type of heartbreak and you've just, been grieving that or dealing with that, healing from that, I do feel that there's another person that really comes in that takes your mind off the situation at hand. So let's say you met a friend and you guys were like so close, and then this person maybe have backstabbed you or really did something that you weren't expecting. I feel like this is spirit sending in another person who is more loyal and even funnier, even just better overall, to help you heal from that and without losing your sense of faith in it. Okay, and I know that sometimes in relationships when you have a heavy heartbreak, sometimes you can really close yourself off and be like, up, I don't want to date again, I'm done with this. But I feel like that spirit doesn't want you to close yourself off. They don't want you to take on this cold-hearted type of energy. So they're sending in someone that really shows you that, okay, well, it's not all people, it's just this person. Okay, so I get like this tag team energy, one out, one in, but wants to stay. Okay, so that is the first message here. Let's get into the second message for you guys. All right, second message. Ooh, Five of Swords and the Devil energy. Capricorn energy. Capricorn has definitely stepped up to the plate. So I feel like this is very important to say, don't get caught up in anyone else's drama this month for you, Gemini. I know you guys are a communication sign. I know y'all like to talk. I know sometimes you like to hear the gossip, but I really feel like with the Devil card here, it is really stressing the importance of you not getting caught up on nobody else's trip. Okay, Michael Mike says to me all the time, don't get caught up on nobody else's trip. And that's really what I feel for you guys. Do not get caught up in someone else's drama, because I feel that even if you feel like you're just helping a situation, someone is going to take that as a personal attack. And while they were over here fighting with this person, they're now going to shift their energy to you. And some of y'all want all the smoke and you don't really care about that. And that's okay if that's what you want. But Spirit is really having a real strong emphasis on not to get caught up on someone else's trip. Okay. I also get this energy towards like materialism. And so I feel like the Spirit is saying, do not attribute your value to the things that you have. Okay, just because you can't buy the name brand things, maybe because you don't drive the Mercedes, maybe because you don't have a mansion, whatever, don't let that be the reason why you feel down on yourself. So there may be a need to really reevaluate your values. Know what your values are. Okay, like be clear about that as well. But I do feel like this is going to be a very transformative type of month for you. Not the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. A very transformative month for you, especially when it comes to limited beliefs and addressing childhood issues. And I feel like there's a lot of emotions and energy that have just been chained up. Like maybe you never felt like you can fully express yourself. And this is going to be a tremendous time to fully express yourself. Okay. Some of you guys could be taking on roles that have to do with like addiction. So this could be therapy, this could be nursing, this could be a doctor, or anything like that. But I feel like that you could be taking on some type of role that helps to unchain people. Okay, so a healing role. Take it how it resonates. But I do feel like a lot of you guys will be stepping into that. There's also like some of you guys could be thinking about getting different piercings or changing up the way that you look. You could be looking at changing your style even. That's coming out as well. But I really get there's this heavy energy of freeing yourself, breaking free of restrictions, breaking free of labeling, breaking free of limitations, breaking free from the things that you thought that you couldn't do that you clearly can do. And you're going to realize that you can. I feel like there's this sense of you're going to know how strong you actually are this month. You're going to really understand the depths of your power this month. Okay. We have Temperance here, Sagittarius energy. I know the glare is kind of bad, but Sagittarius energy with the Temperance card here. So I feel like that some of you guys could have Sagittarius in your chart or dealing with Sagittarius. Some of you guys have Capricorn in your chart or dealing with Capricorn. But I feel like there's a balance here because this is really interesting. I feel that some of you guys feel like you have to be either all right or all left. And Spirit is saying you can balance both. It's not necessarily about positive, negative. It's about being right there and finding some type of balance between the both of them. It's not about good and evil. It's about just being. There's a sense of just being, okay? But I feel like that some of you guys are going to be are going to be, okay. Like, Spirit just like healed. Like, there's a healed message that's coming out. So if you've had something, if you've been battling with something, I feel like this is the month that you become free of that. Like it's Spirit that it can't chain you down. Things can't chain you down. Okay, so definitely if you've been dealing with like some type of health related thing, we're not going to go deep into health because I don't like to talk about it too much when I'm doing like collective based. But I will say for some of you guys, this is a physical ailment that someone has, and there's some type of restoration. There's a cure. There's like a cure or something about something being healed that's really going to allow for celebrations. Okay, like Spirit is saying full-blown celebrations. I keep getting addictions again. Okay, so some of you guys could be battling addiction, or you could be really working towards getting in a field that has to do with addiction here. Some of you guys, that's your next role. Okay, so some of you guys could really get in a position. Yeah, Spirit said it's your next role, like financially, a role. Some of you guys could be getting into a role of addiction, like being able to help people when it comes to addictions and stuff. And know that you're going to be protected being in an environment like that. But I also feel like that this is what's going to fully push you towards a different part of yourself. Okay, so this can literally trigger certain things, especially if you grew up in an environment where this is all you saw. Okay, I feel like there's a healing effect to it, but I also feel like this is you assisting in healing other people at the same time. All right, Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and the Magician. So I feel like that some of you guys are really taking things into your own hand. This is a month where opportunities are on the table for you. Ace of Swords is your overall energy. Opportunities are on the table for you. And so this is in the form of finances, career, love, happiness, contentment, just overall peace. I feel like that even though you may have taken January with you, which could have been a little chaotic, could have been all over the place, could have been a little frustrating, I feel that this is your month of calmness. This is your month where all the dust starts to settle and you start to see these opportunities coming out of nowhere, or you start to see that the sun actually does come out again after all the storminess. Okay, so overall healing energy. Some of you guys, Queen of Pentacles is showing me parenting and school. I see two different messages, one with parenting, one with school. And I feel like when it comes to school, just make sure you're not wasting your time. Make sure that the green energy is the heart chakra energy, and that's what's coming out for me here. So spirit is really saying make sure that what it is you're doing is aligned with how, like, what you truly want to do. Not doing something because someone else wants you to do it, but merely doing it because it feels right to you. You feel good about it, and you just can't wait to take that and implement it out in the world. So really making sure that things are tied into your heart base is going to be very important for you. Now, as far as children go, I feel like that some of you guys, like, parenting is going to probably be a ASS kicker for you this month, because I just feel like there's a lot of fast-paced energy. Like, some of you guys can have children that's going through puberty, or you just have a child if your children are outside of that age. It's just there's a lot of sporadic energy, but treat it gracefully. Okay, like spirit is saying, it's not like it's going to be crazy, but it's just going to be a little more than you're used to. So like you could be, especially if you're in that parenting stage where you have a child that's going through puberty, or if you have like a child who's like two, they call it I call it terrific twos, but they have a lot of tantrums, they have a lot of feelings, big emotions, things like that. So you could be a little tried, but I ultimately feel that you got this. That's why they came to you, because you have something to give your children. All right, is there anything else we want to speak about before we continue? Spirits have to bring one more card. The Tower. So I feel like, okay, I feel like with the Tower, there is definitely going to be sudden changes that you may not be expecting. And I feel like, again, this could have to do with like community. So if you've been, I don't know why I was going to say single. That is not what I was trying to say. But for some of you guys, if you've been single, this could be you meet someone out of nowhere and you're like, whoa, how do you check up all of my stuff on my list? They could be a Sagittarius, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, or any other sign, but those are the main ones. But then also, I feel like if you've been out of job, if you've been out of work for a minute, or you've been just trying to get a grip on your finances, I feel like that you were being presented multiple opportunities. And maybe you were like, I wasn't expecting none of this, but I'm gonna apply for this one, that one in the third, and then the same week you're scheduled like 3 different interviews. So that's coming up as well. But the Tower card here, I feel that this has to do with your structure and your stability. So some of you guys could really be challenging yourself this month with really working at the root of the problem. You, especially if you've been running away from your childhood, or like something that makes you who you are. So dealing with things head on is going to be very, very important for you. And I feel like the spirit is really dedicating these things, like you being dedicated to taking things that have created you, or taking things that you are a product of, because it's important for you to shift for the next place that you are to go. Because I feel like that you're shifting into a better place. But in order for you to get to that better place with the Eight of Swords, you got to take these blockers off, these blindfolds off, these things and words and truths and vibrations that were never yours to begin with. These are things that were placed on you, and it's important for you to remove this in order to get to the better side of things. The better side of things. It's important for you to remove them. Okay. Yes. Is that it? Yes. We're going to move forward. Perfect. All right. Now, the final message that we have for you guys, we have 3 cards that want to come out here. The Empress, looking all pretty and stuff, looking so beautiful. Put her in the middle. The Knight of Wands, fire sign energy as well. And then the Page of Swords. This is air sign energy. So Aquarius, Libra, Gemini on the table. Taurus is on the table. And Aries, Leo, Sagittarius is also on the table. This is very interesting because I feel that for some of you guys, y'all are going to be like in hot pursuit this month. Y'all are going to be in hot pursuit. Like, I